God, these guys at Kingdom 82 are insane. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the Gekko, another daily video for you guys, and today we're looking at a whale, a 57 million power whale burning in Kingdom 82. We're looking at our friends PGNS fighting AV, two of the biggest alliances in that kingdom, one with 1.3 billion power and the other with 1.8 billion power. These two alliances had a huge amount of tier 5s in them, and the whole point here was to take out a fortress that was really close to the temple, essentially locking AV out of the lost temple. For that, these guys went first of all straight to the leader. John, the leader of AV, was burning pretty badly, as you saw, and it was just a matter of time till he got zeroed. But really, he wasn't zeroed. His troops were not in his city. You will see where his troops were in a little bit. These guys rallied John once again, and the whole idea behind that is they wanted to ensure he has not healed any troops and that he could not heal any more troops, so he would have to bubble, and from there go defend the Alliance fortress. Now, as you see, the rally is coming in, and he is already burning. So this rally didn't have that much opposition. As you guys can see right here, his health meter went down pretty quickly, and that was that. They had hit him previously, and at that time there were some reinforcements in his city. As you guys can see, there were plenty of casualties right here. But the whole point of this, as I mentioned, was to make sure he stays zeroed. He does not heal. So they kept burning him over and over and over. Even though he healed up, they burned and burned and burned until he gave up and bubbled. Now the big mission was the Alliance Fortress. It wasn't zeroing this guy. But the thing is, the way these guys set up their Alliance Fortress was very, very good. Our friends from PGNS spread across the map to make sure these guys cannot port in closer to their Alliance Fortress. But before they managed to do that, the AV guys were already pretty close. As you can see, there are 3 cities very, very, very close as possible to the fortress. And there's an outer layer on the top left of the screen. There's an outer layer of cities, and it goes way beyond that, both to the top and to the bottom. What they created is a tunnel to the Alliance Fortress. The way this works is that instead of having your troops march across the field where they can get hit by any of these troops waiting, they created tunnels of cities where you send your troops in between the cities as reinforcements, and while they make it into the city, they are safe. The 3 cities right next to the Alliance Fortress had a ginormous amount of troops standing by to reinforce the Alliance Fortress as needed. And they were so close that it was impossible for the guys at PGNS to catch them in between the march from the city to the fortress, which made reinforcing the fortress much easier. So that's a strategy for you guys to try out in your own kingdom with your own alliance. If your fortress is ever being hurt, make sure you have a few cities right next to it to ensure you can defend it. Now here are Sir John's actual troops. That is 500,000 tier 5s in that fortress and another 1.5 million tier 4s in. Traxon decided to start up the rally. There were a lot of tier 5s in there, a substantial amount of tier 5s in there, a lot of tier 4s. It was a huge rally. We're talking 3 different players sending in tier 5s into this rally, and Sir John in there with another 500,000. As the march starts going and the rally is on its way, you guys will see throughout the footage, which is sped up a little bit so you guys don't sit here for too long to watch this thing. As they hit, you will slowly and steadily see red troops moving all across between the different city halls and just joining the fortress as reinforcements, which made things so much harder. As you saw right there on the top left from the city that is on the right next above the Alliance Fortress, 1 set of troops is already in, and these guys just continuously kept doing that. Now somehow John managed to sneak in just directly, cutting in straight through the field. He got a little bit lucky, but throughout the whole rally, these guys kept sending more and more reinforcements, as I highlighted one coming from the top. And it was just impossible to stop them. They slowly and steadily crept more and more in a very safe manner. This is a strategy that I hope most of you will implement in your own alliance, in your own kingdom. If you guys have an alliance fortress that is being threatened, you want to make sure you have a few different city halls. They don't have to be the strongest ones, but they have to be bubbled and they have to be as close as possible and to be able to take as many reinforcements as possible. That way you can send all the reinforcements you need from your fortress directly to those cities and into the fortress. Now, this footage is at about 150%, so it's 1.5 times the speed. If you guys want me to make it the original speed, which will mean it'll last a little bit longer, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. As you can see, there's pretty much nothing to it beyond the fact that it's an insane rally versus an insane alliance fortress. There are a few other tips we're going to discuss that happen in this war in future videos. This is going to be a few parts because a lot of things happen in here that are very much worth pointing out. Now, here's the deal. For PGNS, unfortunately, some of these guys who had parked marches all over the map kind of went AFK. And this caused a problem because while the rally was doing substantial damage to the Alliance Fortress, there weren't enough reinforcements. So you got to remember that you can't have people sitting without joining the rally, right? These guys did their very best. Some people still showed up last minute to keep reinforcing this rally. And as you can see, the damage is crazy. Now, I don't really know why they went and picked Frederick as the leading commander. I am sure there's an explanation for that, which if you guys know why, again, leave me a comment down below and let me know why. But from what I'm seeing, it's just a complete brawl between a Richard in there. I think there's a Richard in there with Charles Martel leading the fortress defense. And it was just a battle of giants. It was just a battle of giants. Now, before we continue talking about this war, I wanted to give a big shout out to the guys at Geyser. Geyser is an app that pretty much lets you create all these different events through the mobile games. So if you want to make like a tournament, a Brawl Stars tournament, a PUBG tournament, something like that, you can use Geyser to create an event and invite your friends. People can spend tokens to get into these events and make tokens back and all that good stuff. There's a link in the description for you guys to try out the app. Let me know what you think about it, and maybe we'll even do a little bit of a competition in the future with them. So thank you to the guys at Geyser for letting me know this was going on. Again, link is in the description. So this is just a standard rally. I mean, it kept going on for a little while, and I don't want you guys to miss it. But at the same time, there isn't much to say about it beyond the fact that, as you can see, they keep sneaking in more and more and more troops. This guy, Funky Beast guy, who is right next to the fortress, he was such a pain in the butt. He kept sending so many more troops. In the reports, you guys will see in a little bit, you will see his name quite a lot because he was just the beast that his name says when it came to defense. The rally went on for a little while, and it seemed like all faith was lost, even though, you know, these guys keep reinforcing. All of a sudden, more troops show in, join the rally, more troops show in, join the rally, and it just was crazy. Now, there's a couple of things that could have been done better. These guys could have obviously had more players ready to reinforce the rally at all time, but it seems that the strategy and the small exploit of keeping castles near the city fortress, near the Alliance Fortress, is just too overpowered. It seems like it's very easy to tunnel, as you guys can see on the top left. 2 marches tunneled to the top left city, and they are pretty much ready, which can be about 400,000 troops to just go right back into the Alliance Fortress, and there's absolutely no way to stop it. So you guys can probably predict what happened here next. But yeah, it was unbelievable to see the strategy of just keeping your cities as close as possible to the Alliance Fortress. And I had never seen someone do it before. I think it's really cool the way people innovate, the way they play and do wars. There are a couple of other things going on the screen which I haven't explained. I will explain them in the next video because it is much more significant there than here. But trust me when I tell you, you guys are going to want to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. If there is a lot of likes on this video, I will release part 2 sooner. So smash the like button, and if you're part of the 80% viewers that don't subscribe to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Anyway, as the rally goes on, it seems like it wasn't meant to be. Now, quite honestly, I'm not surprised. It's not that PGNS are not strong. It's just that having these cities around the fort it's so overpowered. It's so overpowered that people are actually sneaking troops out, full marches out, healing their slightly wounded troops and sending them back in. As you can see, the rally unfortunately was broken and did fail. It was broken, it wasn't finished. So it is what it is, and you can see these guys right here were the real troopers, the ones defending the fort with their own skin. You can see right here the report where we see a crazy fight going on. Our guys took massive losses, but they also took a pretty good beating. As you can see the losses in here, tier 5s. Oh man, so many dead tier 5s, it makes me sick. Now, as we wrap up this video, I just want to let you guys know there's a part 2 coming up soon with a lot more war strategy. So again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Again, thank you to the guys at Geyser for letting me know this was going on. And thank you to PGNS, who are doing a wonderful job trying to beat this exploit and destroy these guys out. Look at how many tier 5s were in there. This is just surreal. PGNS, I'm with you guys. I hope you guys get the job done. And trust me when I tell you, these coming videos about this war, you guys are not going to want to miss. Because these guys are insanely smart. I learned a couple of good strategies from them, and I'm here to show you guys these strategies. I'm the Gekko. I'm out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was only one rally, but it was one of the most important rallies that I've seen because of the strategy having the cities nearby the fortress. Until the next time, I hope you guys have a great week. Again, we will be streaming on Wednesday. We can talk about this war a little further then. And there's also a video coming out tomorrow, so make sure you are subscribed and you see it tomorrow. Until the next time, you guys have a great day. Peace.